Hello everyone, this is Dr. Scott Mills, and I'm so happy to share one of my favorite brain training exercises with you that can help you achieve your New Year's goals. Top psychologists have known for years that visualizations help people to get what you want. In fact, that's why CEOs, world-class musicians, and professional athletes have been using these techniques for years. Unfortunately, most people don't know how to use them in a way that really gets the big results. In this short exercise, we'll help your brain get very comfortable with taking the steps that you need to move you toward success now. The best part about this is that about 90% of your actions are controlled by your unconscious mind. So if we set your unconscious GPS, that's what I like to call it, so that it's easier and easier to have those steps that you need to take to move forward into success happen, then you can relax a bit and not have to work so hard. Of course, you'll still have things you need to do, but this is a great way to get your brain moving in the right direction. So let's get started. A lot of people like to close their eyes when they do this exercise. And whether you close your eyes or you keep them open, make sure just to find yourself in a comfortable space where you can be undisturbed for just a few moments. You may choose to sit with your hands on your lap and your feet on the floor, or perhaps you'd like to lay back and just recline and rest. And you'll take a few deep breaths and let yourself relax completely, releasing any tension in your body and allowing your thoughts to settle now. In a quantum world, we can assume that if you want something deeply, there's already a version of you that has it in your future. The version of you is calling into creation the circumstances for you to have it. So allow yourself to imagine a timeline that stretches out in front of you. And when you're ready, float out above that timeline and locate the version of you who already has what you most want. It may be a week from now, it may be a month from now. It doesn't matter how far into the future that version of you exists. Just go ahead and let yourself find that version of you wherever it exists now. One of the most exciting parts about this is as soon as you find a version of you who already has what you want, it seems easier and easier for that to move closer. So once you've located this version of you that has what you want now, go ahead and take their life for a test drive. As if you were going to fill in for them for a day in their life, imagine stepping into their shoes, breathing through their lungs, and seeing the world through their eyes. Notice how good it feels to be living that life now. Imagine how you feel in your body, how you move. You can notice how you sound, the things that you think to yourself, as well as the things you say to others. And if there's anything you would like to adjust, anything, no matter how big or small, feel free to make any changes you like now so you can be creating the future that you most want. From this place, I'd like you to look behind you on your timeline to the version of you that started this exercise. Notice how hard they're working to get you to this place even now. All the effort that you've put in to make your desire available for you now. Just take a moment to appreciate the one who's taken you so far already. The one that's created a momentum in you that leads to this place, this version of you who has what you want now. And then notice there's a path between you. Whether you imagine a stone pathway, a road, or a windy path through the forest, however you imagine that pathway, notice there's steps between where you were and where you're going. Some of those steps might be very clear. Others you'll learn along the way. Just like anything else, to get from where you have been to where you want to be, you must take one step and then another. And even as you see those steps, you can allow it to be easier and easier to trust that you can reach your goal now. So just take a moment now and mark this space so that you can find it at any moment you please. You might draw a circle around it in your mind, mark it with a color, or even a special symbol that only you know. And you can know that once you've found something, it's always easier to get back to it again. Now that you've visited this place, it becomes easier and easier to make the choices that will direct you back to this place. So in a moment, you'll float back above your timeline to the version of you that started this exercise. Go ahead and do that now. And as you look ahead of you in time to the version of you that's inviting you to live the life of your dreams, notice again the steps that are in front of you. And you'll notice that there's some steps that are very clear and others that you'll discover along the path. Just letting yourself see what some of those steps are now. And as you notice the steps between you, allow yourself to imagine walking that path. Taking one step and then the next, as you imagine making the choices and taking the actions that you'll need to reach your goal and live the life you want now. Let yourself walk the path quickly, trusting that the steps that are unclear will become clear with each step forward. And allow yourself to take a moment now and take that journey several times, each time more quickly, allowing yourself to move from the person you were, the one who's already, even by imagining taking the steps in your mind, has already begun to move forward, creating momentum towards your goal, all the way to the life you're creating for yourself even now. And you can notice that each time you take a step forward, it becomes more comfortable to take that step now. Perhaps you notice that each time you imagine moving forward, it becomes safer and easier to move into what was once unknown and now seems inevitable. Allow yourself to take this journey a few more times very, very quickly. And when you're ready, come back to the present, noticing the first step that you'll take to move yourself towards reaching your goals now. Commit to that action. You can know that taking each step down this path will allow you to live more and more fully into the life that you're dreaming of. And the more you come back to this exercise and become more comfortable and safe, actually imagining these steps, the easier it will be to create them in your life. I hope you will return to this exercise and create great big results in your life this year. See you then.